Hello, y'all. I'm here again. I just wanted to say I had to do a small little moment to myself. I just had to say that if anybody does see this, because I'm going to upload it on my feed, that a lot of the reasons that I changed my Pretty Little Bruja page was that I felt that I was possibly, I don't want to use the word disrespectful, but I want to say that just simply adding bruja, which is in Spanish, might have offended a few people. So that's why I want to keep that handle somewhat relevant, or people that actually cared for my page or I've met or associated with, that you know who I am and what I stand for and what I believe. And it was actually a tribute to one of my homegirls that passed away. So for anybody who wants to know, and she was Mexican and African American. So I just want to put that out there for anyone who was ever digging. And I loved her very much. We had our moments, but she became a very, very good friend to me, like a family member. And she also taught me a little Spanish. I'm still not as good as I would like to be. Being neurodivergent, it is also very difficult to learn Spanish and be a stay-at-home mom. So for anyone else digging, I want to say that is why I was taking so long to put some of my content in Spanish. So we're going to do away with that, but shout out to my Spanish community, Latina community, excuse me. Second thing I want to say, I am really getting annoyed with some of the people that are along with me. I'm over 30, right? So when we're talking about neurodivergent, that is a touchy subject for me. And I feel like you're coming out the closet. You're coming out the neurodivergent closet. Oh, excuse me. When you're sharing something as intimate and personal as your mental capacity and the way you perceive life. No one's going to tell me how to perceive life. And no one's going to tell me how good it feels or how bad it feels or how scary it's been or how humiliating it's been. No one's going to, and also how beautiful it can be and how beautiful it is. Don't want to leave that part out. When I'm looking at people and when I'm looking at their pages, I'm trying to look at them with a pure lens. People have died. People get sick. People have had diseases. People have committed crimes. People have said some really nasty, shitty things about me, and I might have said some shitty things about other people. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all deserve some type of dignity. What happened to me earlier is not something so major that I'm going to need counseling for, but it actually really bothered me. And I'm not going to say this person's name because she's high up. She knows who she is. I'd like to meet her. I'd get to know her. I'd like to get to know who she is. By looking at her particular broadcast, she was very snobby, and she made me feel like as soon as I jumped on that I wasn't relevant. She didn't know me. I don't know if it was because I wasn't a celebrity. Obviously, there was other people that weren't celebrities on her broadcast, and she's just dancing and laughing and having a good old time with them. But when I get on there, and this is just my perspective because I can have one, I felt like I was being laughed at and dismissed. So I sat there for a little bit while longer and said, okay, I'm a newbie. I just started following her. You know, she doesn't know me. Okay, cool. You're a celebrity. You're famous. You're popular. Okay. So I began to sit there and I just kind of breathe it out, because that's what neurodivergent women tend to do when they're mature and they're healing. It literally upset me, the fact that she said a few things that were obviously indirect things towards me or other people that she may feel don't like her or not feeling her. Yo, check it out. A lot of us would like to go to this woman and really get to meet her. A lot of us, and it might not be off of all of her political views or her religious views or even some of the ways she talks about African Americans. This is simply just her being like our little neurodivergent hero, like she's a queen out here. I looked up to her. I wanted to look through my own lens, and I did not like what I saw. So, you guys know how I do. Whoever followed me before, shout out to Whispers from Mars if you're listening to this. Hey, shout out to Whispers from Mars. You know, shout out to you. I never got to meet you, but I feel like you have a beautiful soul, and I love your work, and I'm so thankful for you. There's women that I cling to and actually inspire me. There's women that get up every day and do this for real. There's women who are struggling with intrusive thoughts and rumination about things that happened to them when they were like 5 or 6. There's women and men on here that get on here and are showing their true, authentic selves, as scary and nerve-wracking as it can be. I'm talking. I'll get up in a second. There are people who literally put their whole entire life and their home and their bodies and their hair and their skin and their materials and everything out in public because they're hoping somebody actually has some dignity intact and will praise them or like them or make a beautiful, loving comment or pray something towards them and say something spiritually kind towards them. So yeah, this is going to be one of my rants. I know I make my little videos and all that, but no. This is my rant to this particular lady. To this particular lady that I invested a little bit too much time in. And now I feel silly and simple that I did. That's all I want to say. I promise y'all I'll behave. Bye. I love y'all.